Richmond's article is based around the 5 powers created by theorists French and Raven. Each of the powers play a role in the classroom and helps define the relationship between students and their teachers. Richmond says that the way a teacher uses power in the classroom is how it creates a relationship between them and their students, as well as their students and the subject being taught. In the article, the question is raised, can we have communication without the 5 powers? Or is it, can we have compliance without the 5 powers? In this presentation, I'll show you the way that Richmond describes how the 5 powers, along with communication, can help with classroom management and long-term compliance, rather than short-term. The 2 main powers that are used out of all 5 are coercive and reward. Why is this? It's shown that coercive and reward powers create a short-term compliance. So here's why teachers tend to use coercive and reward powers instead of legitimate and expert. Why is it that teachers use coercive power over positive reinforcement? Richmond shows through her surveys that she used from other theorists and writers that teachers, in her article, that teachers are more likely to use coercive power because it is a quick fix. They're more likely to be able to control a class quickly, and it's easier than trying to use legitimate or expert power to overcome the problem. Is this the right way though? Why is positive reinforcement not used more than coercive or reward punishment and powers? But reward power is positive reinforcement, right? No. Reward and coercive powers are both short-term. They're both only good for short-term problems. They only create a short-term compliance within the classroom. The studies displayed in Richmond's article show the negative side effects of coercive punishment and reward powers, and how long-term use can not only doesn't instill long-term compliance in the students, but also have a negative effect on A, their cognitive learning, B, a loss of learning, C, their overall learning as a whole, D, the relationship with their teacher and their learning, and E, as well as a negative effect on the child's views of the subject that the teacher is trying to teach. Bad experiences, as I and many others have had in primary school, can affect a child and a student's outlook on that subject. My personal self-doubt in maths is distilled from a teacher who I had in Year 4, who used coercive punishment to push my class through the curriculum, and as a result, the end result was not compliance, but an overall hatred of maths. In the article, Richmond explains that it's through the use of all the 5 powers that communication and long-term compliance with the teachers and the students can be achieved. is achieved both as a whole for the whole classroom and for teacher-student relationships. Overall, the moral or the message of Richmond's article is that communication and classroom management cannot be achieved without all five powers. It's a balance of all five of these that create the balance of classroom management and classroom. It's through this that we see classroom compliance and the building of student-teacher relationships. Thank you.